Hey ladies, how you doing? Happy Friday. Mia Praught here. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I have been talking to you about my own journey, my own process, and also about maybe doing a little bit of experimenting with singing and songwriting if you're interested. Last time I spoke about, just um, a basic chord and how you can kind of work around that. So we're going to do the same thing again today. But first, let's do this. So sit up, try sitting up straight, and put your hands like just on your diaphragm here. And take a deep breath in, and just let a big breath come out, like a. And that's just to relax us a little bit. Also, kind of give your shoulders a roll back. Because also, as I said before, when you're singing, you never want to sing with your shoulders up like this because it just brings a lot of tension here, and that's definitely what we don't want. So give yourself a shoulder roll. And now, one more time, breathe in. And this time, we're going to hear, this is a C note. We're going to hum a deep breath in and let that go as long as possible. What that does is when we're humming that note, we can really feel it loosen up here, and it almost feels like you've got you're almost giving yourself a massage because you can feel the vibrations that you're making through here. So let's try it together again. And I'm playing a C, and oh well, just in case you're really, really beginner and don't know anything about piano, if you want to find a C note, because we're going to be talking, because when I was talking about the ukulele last week and showing you how to play a simple C chord, if you have, a lot of people have some sort of instrument at home, so if you want to tinker around, you've got, I showed you the ukulele. If you want to tinker around and find your C note on the piano, when you look at the piano, you see, there's the white keys and the black keys. When you see two black keys together, as we do here, the white key in front of it is always a C. So you've got C's all the way up. I'm sure most of you know that, but just in case. Okay, so take a deep breath in. Let all the air go into your diaphragm, and we're going to hum out the C. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. And you can go as long as you like. The idea of that also is to loosen up here, give you a face massage, a little bit of a massage, and make sure your jaw's not clenched like that because it helps. But also to have your diaphragm and here controlling the air coming out. So we'll apply that also with singing. Now, the next thing I want to try is starting here and doing a so almost like make it sound like you're starting from the top and you're falling down. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3. How does that feel? It feels pretty easy. It's almost very relaxing on your chords and just Okay, so that's a nice way to relax, and it's a good warm-up. Now try, instead of falling down, doing the and holding that. So it's kind of a good build up. So if we start just doing a and then try holding it. So let's try it. First we'll do ready? 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to hold the higher note instead of having it drop off at the end. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's just a little bit of a beginning of a warm-up. Now I'm going to go from a low C, so we're going to go up a whole scale, to a high C, back to low. Okay, so now that's not supposed to sound extremely beautiful. It's not supposed to be like like a beautiful professional sound. That's just to warm up, because a lot of times singers have a break in their voice, because when you sing like you're singing there in your chest voice, and when you're singing, some people sing high and they're singing that's more head, or that's a bit of a mix, or ah. So we're going to go from the lower to the high, like flip up a scale and then go back down. So let's start from ah. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ah. Now that's a really good warm up, and that's usually we go higher and higher and higher on the scale. So it's a good way, because a lot of singers mix their chest and head voice, so it's a good way to work on to warm your voice up, so it becomes easier to mix your head and your chest voice. So it's a nice warm up. It actually feels good. I love doing it. And it, like I said, it might sound a little bit silly, but don't feel silly doing it, because it's actually a very good warm up for your voice. So last time I showed you something on a ukulele. Now, that was the C chord. And the thing is, not everyone has a ukulele. A lot of people have a guitar sitting around their house. So this is again for the most, this is super beginner. Like, many of you probably already know how to play C chord, but many of you don't. So let's go, we'll stick with a C before we advance to new chords, because this is just new that, well, with our sessions here. So a C chord is like this, but instead of playing the full chord, especially if you're a beginner, let's try playing a three string C. So you're going to take your finger 1. Remember this from the last session. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to take your finger 1 and put it here. And you're only going to play the bottom 3 strings. Okay, so if it was a full C chord, you've got that sound and you play all of the strings. But for a 3-string C chord, you just play the bottom 3. Because if you play all of them when you only have your finger on 1 string, it sounds really sloppy. So remember last time, so if you're thinking about this is sort of like, you know, writing therapy, singing and writing therapy. So, you know, you can do breathing exercises. Like I just showed you a little bit of an intro. With every video, I can expand on that. But that's something. Try that, and try doing your I'm breathing in. So it doesn't have to be a heavy note or a belted out sound. You can just start with a light air, and then build up to a Okay, so if it depends on, well, it's good to build up, but also sometimes it's good to just let tension out, just letting those notes out and singing those notes. It's a nicer way than screaming. Sometimes we feel like screaming. So you're singing. Last time we did the phrase, I think we said walk through the door with the ukulele. So if we said the same thing, so you can just, you know, strum the bottom 3 strings, and we could say the same thing. Walk through the door, walk through the door. So this is just a way to show you that with one chord, you've got different melodies. You can, like I said, walk through the door, but you could say whatever you want. And if you have something on your mind and you just feel like singing it out, you don't have to be a professional musician. You don't have to know how to play a lot, but just with one chord, you can kind of start just getting your point across there. Or you can start just doing some notes, like So you can sing it with this C note. You don't even have to start, or you can start and just play around with it. And the whole point of this isn't to, you know, try to write something where, you know, winning a Grammy, although hey, I mean, if that's what you want to do, of course. But it's a way to release tension in a different way, you know, in a different form, a different, try to use creativity to heal, to get out some of those emotions, because in reality, I mean, there's nothing more freeing than writing something or creating something, because you are in charge. You are 100% in charge of what you are singing, what you're saying. So I mean, I said walk through the door last time just as an example, you know, basically showing you that you can use one phrase, or say you get home from an extremely hard day at work. You had a horrible day, and you want to say, I can't take it anymore. You can, with 3 chords, you can even make it sound sweet, or, you know, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Or something like that. You know, you can just start inventing something and say the same thing and then expand on it. So the whole idea, and, you know, so that I'm sure many of you already know how to play a C chord, and if you didn't, there is your intro to the 3-string C. Then we can, you know, go into the full chord. But this is just to try to help anybody who wants to try something different, who doesn't, who isn't a musician, or just maybe you are a musician, you know this stuff already, so maybe it's not interesting for you. But you know. For example, even if you want to, or if you have a piano at your house and you want to tinker around, I'm just starting with the C. You can use other chords, but this is just sort of like, usually when I have music students, that's the first chord that I will teach them. So there's your C note on the piano, so you can do the same thing. I can't take it anymore. 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 Or what we're doing, walk through the door, walk through the door, walk through the door, walk through the door, or however you want to put it. You know, like I said, you can, if you want to practice, if you're not a singer or you never sing, you want to practice doing that exercise that I showed at the beginning, that and falling, and then try to hit that note, and just start with that note and do a walk through the door. You know, then you can work on building some power in your voice, but it's all coming from the breath. So depending how you use your breath, you can really learn how to belt those notes out, but it also sounds great if, you know, it's breathy. There's a lot of breathy singers as well, like walk through the door. And obviously, this is up to you to say whatever you want, and it's all about how you feel. So try some of the breathing, try really feeling your breath and really sitting with yourself. And then with whatever instrument you have, it's just, you can take it and you can even play you can pluck one string and try to just sing that note, get on the note, and, you know, whatever phrase, however you're feeling, and you can just repeat it over and over and then move on and expand on that. But really anyone can make music, and you'd be surprised at how many variations there are with just one chord or one note. So anyway, that was just a short explanation, and next time we will look at another chord and maybe some more breathing techniques. And I hope you have fun trying to sing, trying to play something, trying to write something, and just expanding your creative self, because it is very therapeutic. It really is.